In this video, I want to talk to you about Amazon FBA restrictions. Now, it's one of the things that annoys almost any Amazon seller, whether you've been selling for 4 days or 4 years. Amazon restrictions can be really frustrating. But in this video, I want to walk you through the steps that you can take to get approved to sell the items that are being restricted. Now, I can't go into details about every single type of item and how to get approved, because that would be like a 4-hour video, because different types of items require different types of approval processes. And so, but I want to give you at least a framework so you know how to start and how to work your way through the process to find out how to get approved to sell the items you are wanting to sell. So let's get right to that. First off, you need to understand that there's different types of restrictions on Amazon. There's brand restrictions, like maybe Nike or Cuisinart or Hasbro. They say that they want their items protected on Amazon and you need to be approved to sell those particular brands. That's one kind of restriction. Another kind of restriction is a category restriction. That means one of the Amazon's main categories, they've got about 20 to 30 main categories, and you need to be approved to sell any of the items that are in that category. That includes like grocery or health and beauty or other types of shoes, clothing. Those types of categories, to be able to sell those items, you need to be approved for that particular category. Another category restriction is subcategory restriction, and that is maybe you're approved to sell in the main category, but there's some subcategories that you're not approved to sell in. Here's an example. Toys and games, you might be approved to sell in the toys and games category, but you might not be approved to sell building block toys or learning game toys, things like that. And another type of restriction is specific restrictions about specific ASINs. Now, so ASIN stands for Amazon Standard Identification Number, and that ASIN connects to a product page on Amazon. So every individual product has an individual ASIN, so some particular products are restricted and you have to be able to apply to get approved to sell that particular product. Now, there's a lot of other different types of restrictions, but those are the main ones that affect most Amazon FBA sellers. You know, the category, subcategory, the brand restrictions, or specific ASINs that are restricted. So how do you get approved to sell those items? Well, first you need to see if approval is even necessary. So see if you're restricted to sell that particular item. So maybe if you're outsourcing in the store, or maybe you're sourcing online, you want to be able to check to see if you are approved to sell that item on Amazon. The Amazon Seller app is really good. You can scan the item with a barcode, and the Amazon Seller app will tell you if you are approved or restricted. And Scoutify does the same thing. Scoutify is the app that I use because it has so many more features involved in Scoutify and being able to make a smart sourcing decision that the Amazon Seller app does not. But Amazon Seller app is free. Scoutify is part of a bundled package with Inventory Lab. You can find out more about that, fulltimefba.com/Inventory Lab. But that's what I use. But both Amazon Seller app and Scoutify have ways to share with you if you are restricted to sell a particular item. So if you find out that you're approved, that's awesome. Sell it, make some money. If you find out that you're restricted to sell that particular item, then the next step is to apply to sell that item. So when you're in the Scoutify app, you can actually click a button to be able to go to the application page and start the application process. Scoutify will forward you to Seller Central, and you're already going to be logged in because you need to be logged in to Seller Central to be working on Scoutify. And you can go through the approval process. Sometimes the approval process is just saying, hey, I'd like to apply. They will check your metrics and will say, congratulations, you're approved, or we need more proof. We need either wholesale receipts or invoices. We need maybe a $1,000 fee. There's all different types of approval process steps that you need to go through. Some of them are very easy and just need some receipts or wholesale invoices. Some of them are very difficult and require an upfront payment, but it will tell you what is needed to sell that particular item. So you go through those processes and see what you can do. Now, if you are denied approval to sell that particular item, the story is not over, because here's the thing. As you begin to sell on Amazon and sell more items on Amazon, start to get a good track record with Amazon, your items are showing up on time, you have a low return rate, you've got great positive feedback, Amazon's going to see that your reputation and your skills as a seller are improving. And so you can go back in and like 3 months later or 6 months later and apply to sell that particular item again, or that particular brand, or that particular category, or subcategory, or ASIN. And because of your improved metrics, you're going to have a higher chance of getting approved. So there's certain items on Amazon that I was restricted in selling those items. I would apply. It said, hey, you need to fill out this form, you need to send us invoices, and you need to pay us $2,000. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going through that process. I'll find something else out. 3 months later, I go through that process again. This time it just says we need some wholesale invoices. Well, I didn't have a wholesale account at that time. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to pass on that. And then 3 months later, I apply again. And this time it says, congratulations, based on your seller metrics, you are approved to sell this item. And so sometimes it does take time to get approved in restricted items or brands. But it does happen eventually, as long as you have that good track record. And as long as Amazon has it set up. Now, this is not the plan for every single item, every single brand or category or ASIN or anything like that. It's not automatically going to happen for you, but it does, as you continue to get a good track record, have great feedback, awesome sales, low return rate, it increases your chances of getting approved for more items, more categories, subcategories, ASINs. And so if you're curious about how to go back in to apply again for a particular category or item or whatever, if you go to sellercentral.com and you log in, and then you go and hover over the little inventory link, and then you click add a product, and you click on add a product, right underneath the phrase add a product on the next page, there's a little link that says seller application status. And that's not just your application to sell on Amazon, that's all of your applications for all the categories, subcategories, brands, or ASINs that you have applied for. And you can just go back in and apply again. And the ones that you've been denied are still going to be in draft form, but the ones that you've been approved, they will show that you've been approved. So you find the ones that are still in draft form and go through that process again and see if the requirements to get approved to sell that particular item have been updated, have changed, or maybe your status as a seller has been updated and changed, and you now qualify to sell that particular item. So I'd set an alarm about every 3 months or so, go in, apply again, and that's something that will help you sell more items on Amazon, because you're going to start to get approved for more items on Amazon. And there's another cool thing on that page with your seller application. There's a little link in the top corner that says search for more items, and so you can just start typing out brand names or typing out subcategories or typing up and start seeing if there's other items out there that you can sell that you're restricted for, that you can seek approval for. And if you want a quick link to see how to know exactly what the main categories on Amazon require to sell in, so just go to fulltimefba.com/what can I sell. When you go to that link, it will forward you to the Amazon page talking about all the main categories on Amazon, which ones require approval, and what the requirements are to be approved. And right there on those pages, you can start the approval process to try to be approved to sell in specific categories on Amazon. Again, fulltimefba.com/what can I sell, and you can start the application process for the main categories on Amazon. So again, this is not a perfect formula, but it is the formula that will increase your chances to get approved to sell restricted items on Amazon. It takes patience, it takes a good track record of great selling over time, but it will open up more opportunities for you to sell more items on Amazon, and that will help set yourself apart from other sellers, make some good money, and build your business. If you are curious about building a strong Amazon FBA business, right from the start, I encourage you to check out our course, Jumpstart Amazon, Build a Successful Amazon FBA Business. It's a combination ebook and video course. You can find out more information about it at fulltimefba.com/jumpstart, and it is perfect for those of you who want to set up a successful Amazon FBA business from the beginning and set yourself up for long-term success with Amazon. Well, anyway, this has been Stephen Smotherman. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And be sure to go to fulltimefba.com and subscribe there too. If you go to the blog, you can subscribe and get a couple free PDF downloads that will help your Amazon business be so much easier. I'm here to help you. I'm excited about where your journey is going with Amazon, so be sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our tips and tricks. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Have a great day. God bless.